She's gonna log on now.
Okay, so we will be doing, this is our topic schedule for today. We will be doing fractions, decimals, percent homework. The homework I sent you on Thursday. We'll do some more practice on fractions, decimals, and percent. And then if we have time, we'll start our next major topic, which is applied math. And that starts off with setup problems and something you're familiar with, right, Maureen? Mean, mode, medium. Mean, mode, median, range, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at our homework. Let me do a new share and bring up the homework. Okay, now Maureen, do you see the homework?
Yeah.
Fractions, percents, decimals, word problems, practice, May 2nd. Now, what answer did you get for number 1 on this chart? The fraction shaded, and I gave you a little.
I got number B.
You got B?
Yeah.
How did you get B? I think that's what.
No, let's see what that was. Listen.
I think that's
number 1. Okay.
Number 1. You said B. I think that's what.
Okay. That's
what Mercedes had.
Yeah, I can see.
Answer C. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 28.
That's right, because the total number of boxes you see included and shaded is how many?
28.
Right. Now, Mercedes also had B. She said 20, and I want her, she's coming on, and I wanted her to be on to find out how does she come up with B. Hello, Mercedes.
Hi, Miss Barbara.
Rename yourself. Rename yourself.
I'm doing that at the moment.
Okay. We're just starting the homework, and I sent you back the results, and I wanted you to be here at the beginning because I wanted to know how you got your answer on the first one.
On the first one.
I know how she got the answer.
She said B. I want to know how she got B.
I know how she got it.
I want her to tell me.
I know.
Okay, Mercedes, how did you get B, 8/20?
8/20.
Yeah, you told me B, 8/20.
It's supposed to be 28.
So how did you get 20? You told me B.
Oh, Lordy.
It's supposed to be 28, right?
See, 20.
Yeah, you put 1B.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, because the total is 28. You can easily see that, right? 3, 6, 7. 4 times 7 is 28. So, and the shaded is how many? Mercedes. How many shaded blocks? 8. So 8/28 simplifies to what?
8/28.
Simplifies to what?
To 4/28. Am I mixing it up?
No, 8/28 simplifies to what?
Oh, simplify. Oh, I'm getting it now.
Reduce to the lowest term. In other words, simplify. 8/28 simplifies to what number, Mercedes?
That that would be, let me see, 28.
What number divides into 8 and also divides into 28?
2 can do that.
Then, but it wouldn't be simplified.
So
so what's the highest common denominator? That is the number that goes into 8. It also goes into 28.
Just a minute. 7 can go into 28. That's
7 can't go into 8
No,
and give you a whole number. So what number you can divide 8 by and also divide 28 by? What is a multiple? What are the factors of 8? Mouse lady,
the factors of 8 is 2, 4,
right?
8.
2 and 4. And what are factors of 28?
The factors of 28 is 1, 28, 4.
Mhm. And you said 4 for 8 and you said 4 for 28.
So I would say
So
4.
that's your common denominator, your highest common denominator. Will be 4. And 4 into 8 is how many times?
7.
No. 8
4
divided by 4.
Say that again, please. Sorry.
8 divided by 4.
It's 2.
And 28 divided by 4.
7.
7. So you had 8 shaded, right?
Yes.
Total of 28 in all the boxes.
Yes.
You divide 8 by 4 and 28 by 4. And what does that give you? What answer?
That will be 2 upon 7.
That's right. 2 over 7. So your
Yes, it's
answer
D.
would be what?
D. What Miss, I couldn't understand that because you know what, that I just guessed the answer for that one, but I said, but there's 2, 4, 6, 8, and there's 28 empty boxes. So what's the problem? Then I said 5, 10, 15, 20. And I said, okay.
How did you get 20?
I count the box that were not shaded, and I get 20. And then I said 2, 4, 6, 8. So I said, it must be 8 over 20 then. That's right.
No, but what is the whole for this box? What is the whole for the number of boxes?
Oh, that would be what? 2, 4, 6, 7.
No.
What? No.
Each column has what? 7.
7.
And you have 4 columns. So what's 4 times 7?
So 4 times 7 would be, it'll be 28.
So 28 is the total boxes. Right?
Yes.
So in this diagram, you have 28 total. So your fraction is part of the total. And your fraction shaded, they're 4 and 4, that's 8. So it'll be 8 over the total, 28, not 8 over 20. The fraction shaded is the number, the part shaded divided by the total. Mercedes, you understand why it's not 20?
No, I don't get it clear because I've
Okay.
been looking at it over and over. I said,
Okay.
what?
So when you look at this diagram,
Yes.
in every little box here, count them. How many total boxes are in this diagram?
7.
In this
You mean,
whole
total?
the
Okay.
whole diagram. I'm going through
Yes.
the whole diagram. Count
That
the
is
boxes. What's the total?
28.
28. So when you're looking for the fraction, part of the whole is to part the shaded, and that's 8. The total is 28. That's why you have 8 over 28,
Yes.
not 8 over 20. All right. 20, what is 20?
Oh, you're trying
20
to say,
is the unshaded, but when you're trying to find a fraction, you take shaded plus unshaded.
yeah. So what you did was, the way you did it, is 8 over 20. The shaded is 8.
That's
And
right.
the unshaded is 28. But you're asking us to, you said the fraction shade is what?
Yes, the fraction
That's what,
shaded is which of these fractions? It would be the total boxes shaded divided by the total of all the boxes. Part over whole is fraction. And the whole here is 28, not 20. Mercedes, you following?
yeah.
20
Um,
is the unshaded,
shaded. That's all I
but the
checked it.
whole is unshaded, those 8, plus the unshaded. 8 plus 20 is 28.
Yes, all of that is the whole.
Yes, the whole is this whole big box that's divided into 28 pieces.
Okay. So all I'm trying to understand. I mean, your question is sort of the fraction
The
should.
fraction shaded is. So the fraction shaded is, that's like asking you, what part of this diagram is shaded? And that would be the number of boxes shaded, 8, divided by the total of all the boxes, that is 28. Fraction is part over whole, right? The whole here is the total number of boxes in this diagram, and that is 28, not 20. 20 is the unshaded, but the diagram is made up of shaded plus unshaded.
Because Miss, I almost say C because it was saying 28.
Yes,
And I said, no,
but shaded is not
but
4.
that's why
Shaded is 8. When you count these little orange boxes, you have 4 here and 4 here, so that's 8.
yes, that's why I said it's not, although it's 28, is not 4
It
that was
can't be
shaded.
C because shaded is
But
8 boxes, not 4. And it's not B because even though 8 are shaded, the total shaded and unshaded is 28, not 20. So when you eliminate B and C, it has to be either A or D, right? You can eliminate C because you don't see an 8 over 28. You see a 4, just half of the one shaded, right? And it can't be 8 over 20 because there are 28 boxes, not 20. So you eliminate B and C. Now you look at A and D. It's between those two. So you say how many are shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is shaded. What's the total of all my boxes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows times 4 will give me 28. So the total of 28.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
Is it
This-
making
this
sense
one's-
now?
Yes, this one's a little tricky. I never seen like this before. Because you sort of give us to work it out like, it's like a college thing, this one.
No, this is
more
not a
tired.
college thing. This
It's like this. I never seen a question like this before. So I'm looking at all the answers. I said, unless the answer is not there, but 28 is there. So I said, I couldn't figure it out. So I guess, let me get an answer then.
the fraction shaded is the number of shaded boxes divided by the total of all the boxes. Maureen, is that the way you looked at it?
Just
Yeah,
put a cap on.
Yeah, you said how many boxes are shaded, Maureen?
yeah,
And what's the total of all the boxes?
28.
How did you get 28?
Because there's 4 sevens, it's 28.
That's
There's
it.
one part got
Yeah,
7, 7, 7. Yeah.
that's it. See, there are 4 in each row. And you
Yeah.
look here and you multiply 1, 2, 3, 4,
4,
5,
5,
6,
6,
7
7.
rows times 4, and you
4
get
is
28.
28.
I'll say these. Got it?
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, it's good to have diagrams that you can figure things out. And I gave you a diagram because I thought, well, for this one, you could figure out how many are shaded, and you know your total is the total of all the boxes here. But where
Yes.
you went wrong, Mercedes, is you took 20 as the total, and 20 is the unshaded boxes. The
Oh, boy.
whole is shaded plus unshaded. Got it?
Yes, thank you.
So if you had another one like this, you could solve it, right?
I think so.
Okay, all right. Okay, just remember what a fraction is now. We looked at the number line. It's something
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the number line, and it's between two whole numbers, and it's part over wholes.
Yes,
All right.
thank
And it's
you.
also a ratio.
Oh, yes.
Maureen, what's the ratio of shaded boxes to unshaded boxes?
8 over 20.
Simplified.
8 over 20, right?
Okay, simplified.
It's,
Did
let me see.
you get that,
It
Mercedes?
would be 4 into 8 is 2. And 4 to 20 is 5 2/5.
Right. I ask you, Mercedes, ratio.
Yes.
Remember I said fraction is also a ratio. Ratio of shaded boxes to unshaded boxes. Now, what Maureen said what it was. What is it, Mercedes? What's the ratio of shaded to unshaded?
The ratio of to shade, you have 8 boxes. No, sorry, you have 8 boxes shaded,
Right.
and you have
Doing it as a ratio.
20.
Colon
20.
20. Right. And if you want to simplify this, how would you simplify it, Mercedes?
I'd have to find a number that can go into both numbers.
Okay, so what is that number?
I could use 4.
Okay, so if you use 4, what do you get?
I would get 4 into I can't see it, right? Okay, I can't. Yes, 4 into 2 into 8 goes 2, and
Okay.
4 into 20, that's 5.
Okay, so what's the answer?
So the answer would be 2 upon 5.
Okay, so you have ratio. Let me bring this back up here. Ratio of shaded to unshaded. Bring this down. Okay, so 8, the ratio of 8 to 20, you said 8 to 20 is the same as, and you use 4 into 8, 2,
Yes.
and we're putting this in a simplified format, and 4 into 20 is 5. And that's the same as saying 2/5.
Yes.
Remember, fraction is the ratio.
Yes.
All right. Now, what percent would that be, Mercedes?
Oh.
2/5 would be what percent?
I'm not good at the percentage sometimes. 2/5 would be
What would it be as a decimal?
0.25. 0.25.
No,
Is it
Maureen, what is that as a decimal? 2/5.
2/5 is like 40. I don't know.
Yeah, 0.40.
No.
Oh,
So Mercedes, what would it be as a percent? Fraction, decimal, what would be the percent, Mercedes?
is it, 0. I'm not sure. I'm too doubtful.
To go from decimals to percent, you multiply by 100 or shift your decimal point 2 places to the right. So it would be behind the 0. So that would be what? 40%.
Percent.
That's what I was about to say. I'm so doubtful. I look at it and say, shift it.
Remember, Mercedes, to go from decimal to percent, you multiply by 100. But that's the same as shifting your decimal 2 places to the right. So the decimal is right here. Move it 2 places. It's behind the 0. And then you add the percent sign. So 0.40 becomes 40%.
Honestly, Miss Barbara, I'm too doubtful. I just look at the 40 and said, okay, shift it. Shift the decimal point, and then I just give up. Oh Lord.
And the 2/5, you just divide 2 by 5. Or you remember from the table I gave you, 1/5 is 0.20. 2/5 will be 2 times 0.20. 0.40. So after you see these enough, you really know them, right?
Yeah, I'm practicing those decimal and
Yeah, just like you know 0.25 is 25%. You'll know that 1/4 equal 0.25 equal 25%. 2/5 0.40 equal 40%. 1/5 0.20, and that's 20%. So if you had 3/5, 3 times 0.20 give you 60%. So you don't really have to memorize, because once you know one, you can figure out the others. 2/5 twice, 1/5, 3/5, 3 times, 4/5, 4 times. So 4/5 is what, Mercedes? If 2/5 is 40%, 4/5 is what percent?
you say if 2/5 is 40%,
Yeah, what's 4/5?
uh
What percent?
60%,
What?
60%.
How are you getting 60?
I'm still not getting it. Oh Lord.
No, 2/5 is 40%. 4/5 will be 2 times 2/5. What's 2 times 2/5?
Oh, 80%.
80%, right? So you don't have, once you know one, you know the other. 1/5, 20%. 2/5, 40%. 3/5, 60%. 4/5, 80%. 5/5, 100%.
Oh, it's like counting by 2 in
No, you
for the
just up, you
percentage.
just you multiplying 2 times. Yes. If 20% is 1/5, 2/5 is going to be 2 times 20. 3/5, 3 times 20. 4/5, 4 times 20. 5/5, 5 times 20, which is 100%.
Okay.
You see what
Okay.
I'm saying? So you only
Yes.
need to know your 1/5. You know your
Okay.
1/5, you know your 2/5, you know your 3/5, you know your 4/5, you know your 5/5. Right?
That tell me I get something wrong with one of my answers.
Huh? What
That
is it?
tell me that is telling me I think I get something wrong with all my answers right away.
Okay.
It ring a bell right away.
All right. So by knowing what fractions translate to as decimals and percent, you really don't have to memorize everything. Like I said, if you know 1/5, you know 2/5, you know 3/5, you know 4/5.
Yes.
Just like if you know 1/4, you know 2/4, you know 3/4, you know 4/4. 25%, 50%, 75%. All right.
Yes, I think I get it. I think I'll
Got
get
it?
it. Yes, I think I get it.
If you know 1/8, you know 2/8, you know 3/8. Now, let me give you this one. Maureen, 1/8 is what percent?
0.8. Oh,
1/8 is what percent? I didn't say fraction. You can give me the decimal. It's a fraction, 1/8. What would it be as a decimal?
let me see. Alright, yeah.
1/8 is half of a fourth, right?
So that's
So what's 1/4 as a decimal, Maureen?
75.75%.
1/4?
25.
Yeah, 1/4 of a dollar is a
Oh,
quarter.
25.
Okay, so what's half of 0.25, Maureen?
The half of 0.25.
Yes. 1/2 of 0.25. That's what I'm asking you. 1/2 of 0.25. What's 1/2 of 0.25?
A half of 0.25.
Yes.
Let's see.
Mercedes, do you know half of 0.25?
Half of 0.25. One. It is 1/4.
0.25 is a quarter. So what's
upon-
1/2 of 0.25?
1/2 of 2. 1/2 of 0. That will be half of a quarter, miss. You're saying?
Yes, half of a quarter. What's half of a quarter? That's what 1/8 is.
Oh my God, is this right? I'm gonna say 1/8 and I want to open my mouth.
50 cents.
Are you saying
No, it's got to be
No.
smaller. It's half of a
No, it's-
quarter.
smaller?
Oh, 12 and a half.
12.5. That's right. So this as a decimal will be 0.125.
Why would it? All right. Why would you say 12.5, miss? That's the thing I'm sort of confused with. I'm sort of looking at
What's
the
half
numbers.
of 24? 12, right? And then you have the 5, right? You have a 1, 24, and then you have a 1. What's half of 1?
Half of 1.
What's half of 1? 1/2 of 1 is 1/2 of 5/10, right? So this would be move the decimal point and multiply by 100, 12.5%.
Right in there with the figures, I'm sort of mixed up because
Oh,
I'm not connecting that when it comes to the right there. I don't know why I'm mixing it up.
Okay, let's do this. Okay,
mhm.
let's just do it without it being a decimal. I say 1/2 of the number 25, right? So what's half of 24, Mercedes?
Well,
So 1/2 of 25 is 1/2 of 24. 1/2 of 24. Breaking it down, okay? Plus 1/2 of 1, right? Because isn't 24 plus 1, 25?
okay, let me see what you wrote. It says
1/2 of 25 is
equal
1/2 of 24 plus 1/2 of 1. Because 25 is equal to 24 plus 1. You follow?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So what's 1/2 of 24? I'll say these.
12.
12. What's 1/2 of 1?
Can she come back? 1/2
Half
of
of one is one.
No. 1/2 of 1 has to be less than 1, Maureen. 1/2 of 1. What's half of $1?
50 cents.
50 cents. So 1/2 of 1 is 0.5 or 1/2, right? Because if you divide
we
1
write
into
it.
2 pieces, you have 1/2 plus 1/2. So you could put 0.5 or you could put 1/2.
Oh, so you're saying instead of putting, oh yeah, now I get it.
Got it?
Instead of
I can
putting
put
1/2,
1/5
you just put
or I can put
0.5.
1/2, right?
Oh, so 0.5 is half of 1.
That's right.
Mm,
So 1/2 of 25, that's how we get 12.5. Follow?
Yeah.
So for now,
See, I broke it up into 24 and a plus 1. So you can see 1/2 of 25 is the same as saying 1/2 of the 24 plus 1/2 of the 1, because 24 plus 1 gives 25. You follow? I'll say these questions.
yes. I should have known that 0.5 because you're saying 1. I'm saying
Yeah,
1.
1/2 of 1. It takes 2 halves to make 1, right? 1/2 plus 1/2 equal 1.
So instead of saying 1/2, just say 0.5.
Well, that's what 1/2 is equal to as a decimal, right? 1/2
Yes.
is 0.5 or 50%, right?
Oh yeah, yes. 50% or
Yeah,
1/2.
50%
Or
of
in
a
decimal, in
1
decimal,
is, yeah,
in decimal, put 0.5.
you put 0.5, right? Well, when you write it as a percent, 12.5, which is what we had here, 0.5. Half of 1 is 1/2. Because how many halves does it take to get 1? 2. 1/2 plus 1/2 equal 1, right?
Yes.
So 1/8. So what I'm trying to explain to you, like, if you know 1/4, you know 1/8, because half of 1/4 is 1/8. So if 1/4 is 25%, 1/8 is going to be half of 25%. Got it? So,
So if
Mercedes, you were about to say
you're
what?
saying 1/8, can you just repeat that, please? Sorry.
Okay.
You're saying
1/4 is 25%,
yes.
right? 1/8 is half of 1/4,
Okay.
because 2/8 is 1/4, right?
Okay.
So if 1/8 is 12.5%, 2/8 would be what percent, Mercedes?
If 1/8 is
12.5%. What would 2/8 be equal to?
2/8 would be equal to 24%.
How are you getting 24?
I'm checking it wrong again.
But 2/8 is the same as 1/4, right?
So it's
And so what percent is that? 1/4 is what percent?
25.
That's it. Very good. 25%. Okay, now let's go to 3/8. So you know what 1/8 is equal to. So 3/8 would be 3 times whatever 1/8 is equal to. So 3/8, Maureen, would be what percent?
Would be, let me see.
3/8 would be 3 times whatever 1/8 was. So like I said, if you know 1/8, you know 2/8, you know 3/8, you know 4/8, you know 5/8. So
So
what would 1/8 be equal to, Maureen?
you mean what 3/8 will equal to?
Yes, what percent?
50.
No, it will be 3 times 12.5%.
Right.
What's that equal to, Mercedes?
75%?
3 times 12.5?
Oh no, not again. Because I'm checking
37 and a half.
Say it again, Maureen.
37 and a half.
That's right, 37.5%.
Oh, I'm not checking like that. I'm checking it another way.
37.5%.
What you
See,
call it 35 first? I'm looking at
what's 3 times 12.5? 3 times 5 is 15, 5 and 1 to carry. 3 times 2 is 6 and 1 is 7 and 3 times 1 is 3.
and I'm looking at two. I'm looking at quarter equal to 25. So three quarter will be equal to 75. That's what I check it.
But we're not talking quarters, we're talking eighths. I'll say
Okay.
these eighths.
That's why I mixed
An
up. Like,
eighth is half of a quarter. 1/8 is half of a quarter. So all I'm trying to show you, if you know 1/8, you know the rest of these. You know 1/8 is 12 and a half. 2/8 is 2 times 12 and a half, which is 25%. 3/8 is 3 times 12 and a half, which is 37.5%. 4/8 would be 4 times 12 and a half. And what is that equal to? I'll say these.
it says 4 times
12 and a half.
12.5. That's equal to 50.
That's it, because 4/8 is a half, right? So that's 50%.
Oh, so that's all you check it.
That's
Oh,
it. 5/8 would be what, Mercedes? What
40.
percent? 5/8?
40.
No, can't be.
Well,
5/8 got to be bigger than 50.
Oh, sorry.
2.5.
I'm going to check it another.
It'll be
check it another way.
5 times 12 and a half.
Okay.
Because 1/8 is
That
12 and a half, right?
62.5.
Oh, that's 62.5.
Okay. So
Oh, I
that's
slipped
62.
back in the way I had it a while ago. That's why I get it wrong. I slipped back in the way. No, I get it what you're
Okay.
saying with
So I'm saying once you know one, you know the rest. Then 6/8 would be what, Mercedes?
So 6.
Well, you know that one. 6/8 simplifies to 3/4. So 6 times 12 and a half. And what's that equal to, Mercedes?
Equal to 75.
That's it. Very good.
So
75%.
that's the 75.
All right.
You see?
Now let's go to 7/8. What's that equal to?
Okay. That's 7.
That's 7 times 12 and a half. What's that equal to, Mercedes?
87.5.
That's it.
I don't understand how you're checking. I was checking the other way around. I'm saying, why am I getting it wrong?
See, once you know, that's what I'm saying. It's not memorizing everything. Once you know one, you can just figure the other ones out. Okay. And then of course, 8/8 is just 100%, right?
Yes.
And then number of itself. And that's 8. 8 times 12, 15%. And of course, we know that's equal to 100, right? That's equal to 100%. So you see, once you know, just like we knew 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, if we know 1/8 is 12 and a half, then we know the rest of these because we just multiply by the number. 2 times 12 and a half, 3 times 12 and a half, 4 times 12 and a half, 7/8, 7 times 12 and a half. Got it?
Thank you very much, Miss.
Okay, so
I don't know
half
where
of a fourth is 12 and a half. So once you know an eighth, you know the rest of the eighths, all the way up to 8/8. Got it?
Yes, thank you, Miss.
Now practice this one with your seventh. Find 1 over 7, then you can say what 2 over 7, 3 over 7, 4 over 7. Got it?
Okay.
So you don't have to memorize everything, because once you know one and you know the relationship between that one and the next fraction, then it's just a multiplication. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Now I think, Maureen, which of the following is not equivalent to 1 whole? What's the answer?
Which one?
Which of the following is not equivalent to 1 whole? Number 2, 2 over 2, 6
Oh.
over 6, 1 over 2, 12 over 12. What's the
Yeah.
answer?
The following is not equivalent to 1 whole. I put C.
Answer C. That's correct. Because C
Well,
is not a number over itself. For it to be a whole, the number has to be over itself.
yeah.
1 is like half of a whole. Let's see, Mercedes, you had that one correct. Number 2, you had correct. But number 3, that one, Mercedes, you did not have correct.
And I don't doubt it. I didn't doubt that if I didn't get it right.
Okay. All right. Let's figure it
Miss-
out now.
Miss,
Question
Three.
why I give you a B for the answer, right, Miss?
for number 2.
For number 3.
Number 3, you gave me B. Yes.
Oh, go ahead, Miss. I'll tell you why I give you a B.
Tell me why you gave me B.
Okay. In the first place, what I did was I says it was 24 marbles, and I divide 24 by 4, and 1 of the quarter is 6. And when I
Why did you divide by 4?
because I want to see if I'm getting 4 quarters out of 24. So and then I add up all the rest of marbles.
But what did the question ask you?
Okay, the question said, oh, the fraction of red marbles in the jar is
The fraction of red marbles.
Oh,
The number of reds divided by the total.
I know where I get it wrong, Miss. I know what I did. I did a fraction of blue. Oh boy, where my head is. I need to stop the night work. It's too simple for me to make mistake.
Yes, this is the fraction of red marbles. How many red marbles are there, Maureen?
Huh? How much red marbles?
How many
Yeah.
red marbles are there, Maureen?
9.
9. So the red over the total, that
Yeah.
would be your fraction, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So you have 9. What's the total, Maureen?
9 over 24, right?
9 over 24. And that simplifies to what?
9 into 24.
9 over 24 simplifies to what fraction?
Okay, let me see.
What number goes into 9 also goes into 24?
Oh, I know the answer.
3. And then
What's the answer, Mercedes?
C.
C. Because 9 divided by 3 and 24 divided by 3 gives you 3/8, right?
All right, Miss. I said I wouldn't do my homework at work because I keep messing up simple things. And then time catch up for me. I couldn't get to do it at home. And I took it to work. And I sat there doing it. And this is where I made the mistake. Instead of checking for red, I go check for blue.
Yeah, but
That's
it
why
said
I
the
get-
fraction of red marbles in the jar.
Yeah,
Do
I see.
you
I know-
underline what problems are asking for? Mercedes, do you underline?
No, I didn't underline. That's why I get it wrong.
Well, see, sometimes it's good to underline what you're looking for in the word problems. The fraction of red marbles in the jar is. Once you
Okay, more
underline that, you know your
I could
fraction
more than-
is that of the red marbles. The red marbles is what part of the total? That's 24.
I could more than get that one right. Oh boy.
Yeah, I was surprised the answer you
Yes,
had for that one.
I
And I said,
beat it myself.
what did
No.
she use for the number of red? She used
I
something
didn't do
else.
red. I didn't do red at all. I do blue. I didn't check for red.
Oh, it said the rest are blue, but it didn't say fraction of red. Then you
It's
would have
I don't know.
added
Oh,
up
that's
3, 6, and 9, and that would give you 18 from 24 would be 6, and then 6 over 24 would be 1/4. That would be the
Yes.
fraction of blue marbles.
That's what I
But
did.
yes, but
But-
that's not what they asked you. They the
Gosh.
fraction of red marbles,
I
and
could
they
more
gave
that one.
you 9 are red right here,
Yeah. Yes, right there.
right?
Right in my eyes.
And then 24 total. So
Well,
that's
at
what you
least I'm
did.
gonna compliment myself, miss, because I did try to get one of the fraction right.
Yeah, I
So,
understand.
but next time I'll pay attention to details.
Yeah, but you gotta, when you look at it, word problems, you may want to look first at what's being asked for, and then you look at what do I need in the problem to solve it. So
Yeah.
the fraction of red marbles in the jar is, so that's what you're looking for. What do I need to solve it? I need to know the number of red and the total.
You get what, Bree?
All right.
Yes, thank you.
Maureen, number 4, what's the answer?
This is compares. What's number 4?
Right here.
Compares a decimal to a percentage. As a decimal, the percentage you multiply.
So what's the answer?
B.
B as in boy?
Yeah.
What's the answer, Mercedes?
I put 2 answers.
It's only one answer.
Oh,
be
but
two.
it got to be
I
B
put
then.
A. I put A. I think it's an error.
Okay, now we just went over some up here.
It's D. You multiply by 100.
Yeah, we multiply by 100 because we just went through some up here. 0.40, and remember I said multiply by 100 or shift the decimal point.
Yeah.
You go from 0.40 decimal to 40%. So it would be multiply by 100. Answer D.
Yeah.
And Mercedes, you had A. You said divide by 100. That's to go the opposite way, to go from percent to decimal.
Yeah, yes, the other way.
Okay, if I had said to change from percentage to a decimal, then you would say divide by 100. But if I say go from decimal to percentage, shift the decimal point place 2 places to the right, that would be multiply by 100. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's go to number 5, and Mercedes, I think you remember this one, to get that bottom number as a percent. So you had that one right. What's the answer, Maureen, for number 5?
Sorry.
Maureen, what's the answer for number 5?
Oh, I didn't do that, but I said A, but I don't know if I.
That's correct. A is right.
Wow.
A is right because 50 change percent is a ratio to 100. 2 times 50 is 100. 2 times 7 is 14. That's your answer. Now, Mercedes, you did really good on these. Let me go back up. Let's see. Okay, let's go back up to number 6. For each problem, convert from a percentage to a fraction and a decimal. Now, Mercedes, you got them all correct except the last one. So you did an excellent job on these.
Last one also. Can you slide up a little more, miss?
Okay.
Can you scroll up a little bit?
Okay. G. You missed G.
Okay. Remember when you were working the top one, miss, and I says, no, this ring a bell, I know I get something wrong.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Okay, let's go with Maureen. 15%. What is a decimal and what it is a fraction? Maureen, what do you get as a decimal?
A decimal is 0.15.
0.15. What is it as a fraction?
That's a percentage. Okay, that's not a fraction.
Convert from a percentage to a fraction and a decimal. So you got the decimal. So what would it be as a fraction?
Let's see.
This number 0.15 is what as a fraction?
Fraction. I don't know. Let's see. 0.015.
What would it be as a fraction? This is the
I don't-
10th place. That's the 100th place. So that's equal to 15 over 100.
Oh,
And Mercedes, what does that equal simplified?
So I use a
You
number
had it
that
correct. So what
I,
was it?
I use a number that I can go into both numbers to get my fraction. So I use
Okay.
I use
Okay,
5.
so what's the answer?
The answer is 3 over 20.
That's it. There you go. Maureen, you got it?
yeah, I think so.
Okay. Now 0.15. Now remember place value. That 1 is in the 10th place. That 5 is in the 100th place. So that would be 15 over 100. Maureen, you understand?
Yeah,
And then you simplify this, like Mercedes
that's
said,
what it says.
she divided 15 by 5, she got 3,
3
and 100 by
it's
5, she got
5 is
20.
20.
Okay. Now, B, what's the decimal, Maureen? 60% is what is a decimal?
60
Percent. As a decimal would be what?
60 multiplied. No,
60% to a decimal. That's divide
Well,
by
five-
100 or shift decimal point. So what would it be?
0.60. 0.60.
0.60. We put our place value. And what would that be as a fraction?
60 over 100.
Right, 60 over 100. Then simplify, what would it be?
Okay. What good? 5 into 60. You must see 12 into 60 is 5. Right?
12 won't go into 100.
Huh?
12 won't go into 100.
Oh, yeah, I forget. 5 into 60 is 12. And 5 into 100 is 20.
Still not simplified.
Okay.
Think
let's
of your
see.
largest factor. What's your largest factor?
10. 10 into 60 is 6. Right?
Mhm.
And 10 into 100 is 10.
Still not simplified.
Okay. 10. 12 into 60 is 5.
12 won't go into 100.
No.
What's the number, Mercedes?
20.
20. 60 divided by 20 is what, Mercedes?
6 divided by 20 is 3.
It's 3. And
16 to 100 is 5.
you mean 20 into 100?
Beg your pardon, 20 to 100. What did I say?
Okay.
But
Okay.
I did, but I didn't see that one on my phone, Only what's going to come up on my phone was 5. I didn't see 6.
You didn't see one?
I didn't see number 6 on my phone just now when I opened it.
You didn't see 6? But Mercedes got it. I sent it at the same time. I don't know what happened, Maureen, because I sent it to everybody at the same time. And Mercedes had it because she sent me back the answers. So here you take your largest factor, and that's going to be what, a 20. 20 goes into 60, and 20 goes into 100. All right.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, I know, see it.
You see it now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
take
I
your
know
F up
it.
to the end.
Use 20 as your, that's gonna be your highest, your greatest common factor is gonna be 20. As your, let me put here, GCF, greatest common factor. Okay. Because what you were using, you're gonna still have to do the simplification a second step. So that's why you get your greatest common factor and you only do it once, Maureen, okay? Okay, Maureen, 85%. What is it as a decimal?
0.85.
Okay, 0.85. And as a fraction,
85 over 100.
85 over 100. What's your GCF?
Okay. But could go into 85, that could go into 100.
What's your
I
greatest
found it.
common factor? The
Okay.
number goes into 85 and goes into 100.
If, let's see, 85 into 100. Okay, they got 5. Let's see.
Yeah, 5. 5 into 85 is how many times?
1 time. 17.
17. Okay. And 5 into 100?
Is 20.
20. So your greatest common factor you use was what? 5. All right. Okay. Maureen, D, 120%. What would it be as a decimal?
Okay. 0.120.
No.
0.12.
No. Shift your decimal point or divide by 100. Shift the decimal point 2 places. Where would your decimal point be?
Behind the 1.
That's right. So what would it be?
0.120.
You said behind the 1. So why are you saying 0.1? You said the decimal point is behind the 1. Tell me what to write.
Yeah. 0.
No. Keeps in 0.
No. You said the decimal point was behind the 1.
Yeah.
So tell me what to write, Maureen. You said behind the 1.
Yeah.
And that's correct. So tell me what to write.
Well,
You said behind the 1.
yeah.
So tell me
So
what to write.
I said 0.120.
What 0 is that 1?
But you put the decimal point in front of the 1. You told me it's behind the 1. And that's
So
correct. So tell me what to write.
So it's 0.120.
Nope. Now you're
No.
putting it in front of the
You
1. You
put
said it's behind the 1.
0, 0.
No.
No. Behind the 1, Maureen. Tell me what to write.
If it's behind the 1.
1. You said behind the 1. And that's correct. And 2, 0. Got it?
Oh.
Divide by 100 or shift 2 places to the left. So your decimal point is behind the 0. 2 places would put it behind the 1, like you said. So it'd be 1.20 because this is percent greater than 100. So you're going to have 1.20. What would that be as a fraction?
Okay. It'd be 120 over 100.
Right, very good. 120 over 100. Now simplify that. What number goes into 120 also goes into 100?
Okay. 10? No.
Greatest common factor. Yeah, 10 would work, but I want to know the grade. What's the greatest common factor?
Great. Okay.
What's the biggest number that goes into 120 and also goes into 100?
Okay.
What number can you divide into 120 and also divide that same number into 100?
Okay. 5.
Great answer, chef.
5 in the 100 is 20. Okay. And 5 in 5, 6, 6. Oh no.
No, eliminated that one, right? So what's your
Yeah.
greatest common factor?
Okay. Six can be 100.
Think of 120. What are factors of 120? What two numbers can multiply and give you 120, Maureen?
120. Let's see. 2. Right?
2 times 1.
2 times 60.
Okay, but think of some others. Think of a bigger factor. Because 60 is not a factor of 100.
I know. 260. 2. 2.
6 times what number gives you 120? Six times what number gives you 120?
Okay.
Maureen, 6 times what number gives you 120?
It can't be 15. It's too much.
No, 15 is too small. 6 times 15 is 90. Six times what number gives you 120, Mercedes?
6 times 20.
6 times 20 is 120, but 20 can also be divided into 100,
Is that
right?
100? Yes.
So your greatest common factor is going to be 20.
20.
So 20 into 120 is what, Maureen? 120
6.
divided by 20 is 6. That's right. Okay. 100 divided by 20 is what?
5.
That's your answer. All right. That's your answer, 6 over 5. So whenever your percent is greater than 100, your fraction is going to be an improper fraction. In other words, your top number numerator is bigger than your bottom number denominator. Got it? Okay. Mercedes, 28%. What would it be as a decimal?
0.28.
0.28. And what would that be as a fraction?
7 upon 25.
Before you simplify it.
That would be 28 upon 100.
Yeah, 28 over 100. And then when you simplify it, you got what?
I got 7 upon 25.
7 over 25. What was your greatest common factor?
My greatest common factor was what again? What did I use again? I use
4, right?
4, yes.
4. Because 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 25 is 100.
Yes, yeah.
See that, Maureen?
Yeah.
Okay. Maureen, 90% decimal. What would it be as a decimal?
0.90. 0.90.
That's right, 0.90. Fraction,
90 over 100.
90 over 100. Simplified,
Okay.
it's your greatest common factor. It's your greatest common factor for 90 and 100.
Okay, hold on. Five.
That's it, 5. Very good. So 90 over 100 would be equal to what?
Okay.
90 divided by 5 is what?
18.
18. Very good. And 100 divided by 5
Is 20.
is 20. But it's not simplified, right?
No.
So 18 over 20 is equal to what?
18 over 20. It was 18 to 18 and 1. No.
18 over 20 is what?
A half.
What?
18 to 8. No.
So your greatest common factor is not 5. Your greatest common factor is 10,
It's 10.
right? It should be 10 because 10 goes into 9, 10 goes into 100. So this becomes what? 9 over 10. Just cancel your zeros.
That's one that I remember, Mr. Canceled zeros.
Yeah, you just cancel your zeros.
I'm
Now
not going to do that.
you had yours as 18 over 20, and I gave you credit for that one, Mercedes. But your greatest common factors are 10, so
Oh, now you
90% becomes 9 over 10.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you missed this one. Now, Maureen, I think you can get it right, right? 2.5% is what as a decimal, Maureen? 0. What?
0.25.
That's what Mercedes said, and that's wrong. That's 25%.
Or
That's
0.2.5.
No, you give me 2 decimal points.
Okay, put it here.
What did I give you, Miss?
You gave
Zero.
me 0.25, Mercedes, which was incorrect. You gave me 1/4 and you gave me 0.25, but that's not 25%. That's 2.5%. So
Oh.
I want to know the decimal. Divide by 100 or shift 2 places to the left. What does this become, Mercedes?
Shift 2 places to the left.
0.5.
What is it, Maureen?
0.5.
No, you're throwing away the 2.
0.25.
No, 2 places.
2 places. 1.
That's
2.
only 1 place. Move it 2 places to the left or divide by 100. What
Miss,
is
you
it?
say move 2 places to the left. My mistake is I don't understand where to start counting it from.
Here's the
Can you say-
decimal point. If I
That's
move
what-
it here, that's 1
Oh.
place. I've got to put a 0 and move it another place. So what does
Oh,
that
it'd be-
become?
It'd be 0,
1.
0,
0.025.
5.
Oh yeah, that's it.
All right. 2.5 is not the same as 25, Mercedes.
Yes, that's the error I
2.5
made
is
right
a
here.
small percent,
Yes.
less than 25. So when you move your decimal point, it's right here, right? But if you put it here, that's only 1 place. So you
Okay.
put a 0 and then put the
Mhm.
decimal, then it's 2 places. Now, Mercedes, what would that be as a fraction?
Oh no, what should be?
What would that be as a fraction?
3 upon 4?
No,
No, 0. Oh, 0.025 upon 100.
No,
0.025 upon 100. No.
no decimal.
20,
I want a number over 100.
25.
No,
0.25 upon 100.
no. You gotta go back to your place values. This is
Yes.
tens, hundreds, thousands. 25 over
Over
1,000.
1,000.
What?
Yes,
Oh, yes. 1, 2, 3,
tens,
4. Oh my God.
hundreds,
Okay.
thousands,
That's my weakness.
thousands. Go back to your place value, review them.
Yes, you're right.
That's the
You're right.
ones, the tens, the hundredths,
Good.
the
The
thousands.
thousand.
So, Maureen, what does that reduce to?
Okay.
What's your greatest common factor? The number goes in the 25 and goes in the 1,000.
25. 40.
20, 25? No,
Oh.
40. 40 doesn't go into 25. You said 25, which is
25, yeah.
that's correct. So 25 divided by 25 is what?
Is 1.
1, okay. And 1,000 divided by 25 is what?
40.
40, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, 25. I'm sorry, that should be a
That's
1.
gonna be a 1.
1, not a 2.
Mm-hmm.
1 and then 40. So Mercedes, did you see where you went wrong on that one?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. You made it 25, but it's not 25%. It's 2.5%. So when you translate that to a decimal, the decimal point moved 2 places or divided by 100, that's 0.025. Got it?
Mhm.
Yes. Thank you, Miss.
Okay. All right. So I think the next thing I think we have some more practice this year and more fractions and percent. Okay, we want to do some more fractions and percents. Okay, write these decimals as percents. Just tell me what the percent is. The first one, Mercedes.
Oh, Miss, call me first. The reverse. Oh, it's my greatest weakness, the reverse.
Multiply by 100, shift decimal point 2 places to the right. What do you get?
Multiply by 100, you say?
Yes, or shift decimal point 2 places to the right. That's how you go from decimals to percent. So what do you get?
That would be, that's why 36%.
36%. That's correct.
You're at
All right.
35.
Yeah, 36%. Okay. B, Mercedes, what's the answer?
6%.
6%. Very good. 6%. Okay. C.
15%.
15%. Okay. D.
I'm not sure for this one because it's the no, I'm not
Still
sure.
shift 2 places to the right.
Oh yeah.
I'll multiply by 100.
60%.
Not you, Maureen. I'll get to you. Mercedes, 0.6, what percent?
So
Multiply by 100 or shift 2 places to the right. What do you get?
Okay, multiply by 100.
Same as shifting 2 places to the right.
I get 60%.
60%. That's correct.
So Miss, let's go back there. So when I see, because look at B. And
Okay.
then look
B
back
B is different to D.
B is
I- I know-
0.06, so I move
I-
it behind the 6, right? Here
yes, I
I've
know.
got 0.6. So if I move it here, that's one place. So I've got to add a 0.
Oh,
All right.
yes.
So that becomes 60%. What about E, Mercedes?
Oh, 30%.
30%. F,
40%.
40%. Okay. G,
10%.
10%. Okay, you got it.
I'm not sure yet. Got one.
And H,
Oh no. H.
what percent?
5%? No.
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 Shift decimal point 2 places to the right or multiply by 100. So what do you get?
Give me 1 second. Let me try it.
The whole
December.
number 1 is
Pardon me?
the whole number 1. Move your decimal point 2 places to the right or multiply by 100. What do you get?
I got 100.
100%.
Really?
That's
Oh my
it.
God.
1 is
Oh,
100%.
it's in the 100th place. Oh, no, I get it.
1, see, the decimal point is here. You move it 2 places behind that last 0. That's 100, right?
Yes.
What about 1.5? What percent?
That would be what now?
Multiply by 100. What's 1.5 times 100?
That would be 150.
That's right, 150%. And what about J? 1.63. What percent?
That would be 244.5.
1.63
No.
multiply by 100.
Wait, I made a mistake. Sorry. 1.63 times 100.
So what's the percent?
163.
163%.
So I could count.
You just
could
move
mo-
the decimal point from here to behind this 3. And that's 163, right? Or
you count
multiplying by
2 places.
100 is 163.
I count 2 places to the right.
Yes.
Okay.
Move it to the right and then add the percent sign.
This is a
Got
very
it?
good exercise for me to bring back my memory.
Okay. So you did the decimals as percentage. Maureen, I want you to do the fraction as percentages.
Yeah, see? Give me the hardest one.
No, see, that is easier.
No, 3/5, Maureen. What percent?
6%. 3/5.
Remember, we just went through the 5th, so you should tell me that one right away.
Like I can remember.
1/5 is what? 1/5 was 20%, so 3/5 would be what, Maureen?
60.
That's it. You remember. 60%. 3/4, what percent?
75.
75, okay. 75%. 7/20. We had that one on the problem before. What percent?
Let me see, 720.
We had something, well, we had something similar to it. 720 is what over 100?
35.
35. 5 times 20 is 100. 5 times 7, 35. 35%. Very good. Okay. D.
So hold on, Miss. Wait, Miss. What she
Huh?
did right there.
Okay. 7. She says 7 over 20. What she did, I said the number over 100 will be percent. So this would be what? 7. And let me just put it underneath here. 7. Well, let's see. 7 over 20 times 5 over 5. And 5 times 7 is 35. And 5 times 20 is 100. So that gives you 35 over 100. And 35 over 100 is 35%.
Wait, it says 5 times 20.
5
It's-
times 7 is 35. 5
Yeah.
times 20 is 100. So the ratio of a number to 100 is the percent. So 7 over
Okay.
20 is 35%. Mercedes, you got it?
So 7 over 20 is 35.
Make the bottom number 100. And the way she did that, she multiplied by 5. 5 times 20 is 100. So she had to multiply her top number also by 5. 5 times
Yeah.
7 is 35. And the
Oh.
ratio of a number to 100 is what percent is. 35 over 100 is 35%.
Okay.
You got it?
So 7 over 20 is the fraction.
Right. And 35% is the percentage.
So what? So 0.35 would be the decimal.
The decimal, right.
I gotcha.
Okay. That's right. 0.35 would be the decimal. That's 35 over 100. And that would be 35%. That clear, Mercedes?
Yes, thank you, Miss Barbara.
Okay. Maureen, 11 over 25, what percent?
Okay, 44%.
That's it, 44. You see how she got that, Mercedes?
Let me see if I see. One sec. Let me see. No, I don't see how she got it.
Tell her,
Yes.
Maureen, how you got it.
Huh?
Did you divide?
No, I multiply.
You multiply.
So tell her what you multiplied,
I
Maureen.
multiply 11 over 25 by 100.
No, you multiply by 4 over 4.
Right? Well, yeah.
4
Because
times
it-
25 is 100. So then the
Yeah.
top number, 4 times 11 is 44.
Because I divide 11 by 25, I get 0.44.
Yeah, which converts to a percent. 44%, right? 11 over 25. And you multiply that times 4 over 4.
Yes,
And
yes,
4 times 11 is 44. And 4 times 25 is 100. So that's how you get 44%.
yes.
And we
That's
just
correct.
went through the eighths, Maureen. So 1/8 is what percent? We just did the
1/8
eighth.
is 25%.
No, that's 1/4. 1/8 is what percent? Half of 25. What's half of 25, Maureen?
5.5.
That's it. 12.5%. And you could have said or 12 and 1/2%. Same thing. Got it? So Maureen, that if you got 1/8, you know 3/8. What's 3/8, Maureen?
75.
No, 3/4 is 75. What's 3/8? What's 3 times 12.5? We just went through the eighths, remember? 3 times 12.5 is what, Maureen?
Oh, 37 and 5.
That's right, 37.5%. Mercedes, you okay? We just went through
Yes,
the eighth.
yes, yes, I saw it. Yes. Thank you.
19 over 50, what percent, Maureen?
Okay, 19 over 50.
Make the bottom number 100. Multiply by 2, multiply the top number by 2. What do you get, Maureen? Maureen?
200.
No.
Mm-mm.
What do you get, Mercedes?
100.
0.38.
38.
Oh,
Maureen,
oh yeah.
multiply
Oh
the
yeah.
bottom number by 2, you get 100. Then
Oh
the
yeah.
top number by 2, 19 times 2, you get 38.
Okay.
Okay. Mercedes, 1/40. What percent? I think didn't we have one like that? Yeah, we did one. Your homework had that. 1/40 was what percent?
1/40 was what again?
You had that in your homework. 6G.
Okay.
Oh, 0.
4.
What percent? Maureen, you remember?
25.
No.
0.025.
No.
0.025.
We're talking percent here, not decimal.
Okay.
1/40 was what percent? We just did it for G.
Okay.
6G.
2.
What was it, Maureen?
Wait a minute. 2.
Or divide 1 by 40. What's the answer, Mercedes? We just did 6G.
0.0225.
What?
0.0225.
No, we're talking percent here.
Percent.
We just did that. 2.5%.
Oh,
When you divide 1 by 40, don't you get 0.025?
that's what I
Multiplied by
told him
100.
this. I told you a while ago.
No, you didn't tell me that.
Every divide 1 by 40.
I said 0. Didn't I say, what did I say? 0.025.
But that's not the answer. It's 2.5.
Okay.
You were giving me a decimal. I said percent.
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
The
I should have
decimal
said,
is 0.025, but the percent is 2.5.
yeah, I should just say 2.5. So you keep on saying,
2.5%.
oh,
That's right.
yes.
You were giving me 0.025. That's the decimal.
Which is decimal, yes.
But I
mixed up
said
decimal.
express the fraction as a percentage.
Percent, yes.
Okay, Maureen, 1/3. What percent?
Okay.
What's 1/3 of 100%?
30%.
That's not 1/3. That's 1/3 of 90.
Oh.
Mercedes, what's 1/3 of 100?
1/3 of 100.
Mhm.
0.33.
30.
I said percent, not decimal.
0.33. You said,
You're giving
yes.
me decimal,
Decimal.
Mercedes. Give me percent.
33.
33 and what, Mercedes?
0.3.
Third.
Yeah, you could say 33.3%, or you could say 33 1/3%.
Oh,
Okay, because that's what it is, 1/3. Because 3 times 1/3 is 1, 3 times 33 is 99, and 99 plus 1 is 100.
Okay.
Maureen, 7/4. What percent?
7/4.
What percent?
67.5.
7/4. 7/4 is going to be greater than 100.
Oh, I see. Okay, let's see.
So what would 3 7/4 be?
Okay, hold on.
What would it be as a percent? Mercedes, you have the answer?
I'm not sure. 175.
17.5.
No, say it again, Mercedes.
1.75%.
That's it. Very good. 1.75%. Okay. Tell Maureen how you got it.
I know how she get it.
Oh, I got it.
How did she
Maureen.
get it? How did
But
she
my
get it?
calculator, but it got my calculator, it got like, when it got in 17, it got a point, right? And then the 5. It didn't
That
come
doesn't
out
answer,
clear.
yeah, answer the question.
Huh?
You didn't answer the question.
I know. I multiply. 1
Without the
100.
calculator, how do you get it, Maureen?
I know how to my calculator, I multiply.
Without the calculator, how do you get it?
That's all I can tell you. I get it by doing my calculator.
No, I don't. I want to
Okay.
know, how do you get it without the calculator?
Okay. Come on. I didn't do it my calculator. They did it up my head.
Mercedes, how do you do it without the calculator?
I don't think I would realize it. Sometimes I with 100 to
No, when you
Um,
divide 7 by 4, what do you get? Without the
I get-
calculator, what do you get?
I would,
Mercedes?
when I multiply 7 by 4,
You mean
I get
divide 7 by 4?
by 4, I get 1.75 and a shift the decimal.
No, no, I'm saying without the calculator, what do you get?
If I divide,
7 divided by 4 give you 1, and what's your remainder?
3.
3.
3.
So you have
remainder.
a mixed number, 1 and
Yes.
3/4, right?
Yes.
But 3/4 is 0.75, right? So that's 1.75. And 1.75 times 100 gives you 175%. Because some of these problems are not calculator problems. That's why I want you to be able to do them without it. 7 over 4, you get 1, a remainder of 3. 3 over 4 is
I got
75.
you.
You got it?
So you're saying, Miss,
Yes.
if we do it mentally, you said 4 into 7, leave
One time.
1 and 3 over 4.
Right.
And then how do you get the 1.75?
The 1 is a 1. The 3/4 is 0.75. Isn't 3/4
yes, because
0.75?
it's 3/4.
Yes, 3/4 is 0.75. So I have 1 and 0.75. We know that. We know
Okay.
3/4 is 0.75. And then to shift this decimal point 2 places to the right, we got
That's what I'm
our
trying to tell
percent.
him. Is as I shift the decimal
Okay.
point two places to the right, and I get 1
Yes,
on
175. Whenever your numerator, your top number is bigger than your denominator, your percent is going to be greater than 100.
Yes.
Always. Okay. 11 over 20. What percent, Mercedes?
11 over 20. That would
No
be
calculator, mental math.
on
At the bottom, ratio of the number to 100. How do you convert from 20 to 100? What do you do? 20 times what number gives 100?
So 11 go into 101 time.
No. 20 times
20.
what number gives 100?
I know that easy. That easy.
20 times what? 5?
Yeah, so and then 5 times 11.
That easy. That's the easiest one.
55.
Mercedes, 5 times 11?
55.
55. That's your percent.
Yeah.
You had one like that on your homework. You did. You made your bottom number 100. The same number you used to make the bottom number 100, you used on the top number. So 5 times 20 is 100. 5 times 11, 55.
Also, Miss, when I have it like that, I just use 100. I use the 2 same numbers to work in 100.
Well, right here, it's easy to go from 20 to 100. That's multiplied by 5, right? So the ratio of a number to 100 is the percent. So 5 times 20 is 100. 5 times 11, 55. 55 over 100 is 55%. Got it?
Sort of. I'm seeing how you do I'm trying to get the reverse in my head. Let me see.
See, it's just like this one. 19 over 50. 2 times 50 is 100. 2 times 19 is 38, right? Over
Yeah.
here, 1120. 5 times 20 is 100. 5 times 11 is 25.
It's 55.
I'm sorry, 55. And just like this one, 5 times 20 is 100. 5 times 7, 35. 4 times 25 is 100. 4 times 11, 44. So whenever you can make that bottom number easily a fraction, do that, and then use the same operation to make the top number on the top number.
Okay.
So 5 times 20, 100. 5 times 11, 55. Question?
Thank you, Miss.
The last one, 1 over 6, Maureen, what percent?
1 over 6 is 6%.
No.
That is like, let me see, 50%.
Oh. 1/2 is 50%. That's not even close to 1/2. 1 over 6. Mercedes, what percent? 6 times what number gives you 100?
What number? 6
times-
6. Well, what number is there? 160.
It-
Let's see.
What did you? 6 times what give you 100?
Yes, 6 times what number gives you 100?
6 times. It can't be
16.7.
because 6
That's
times 7 is
close. That's close.
17.
No, you were close, Maureen. It's 16 and 2/3.
Oh,
I think that may be on your chart. 6 times 16 is 96. 6 times 2 is 12 over 3 is 4. 96 and 4 is 100. So 1/6,
16.
yeah, 16 times 6 is 96. And then 16, okay. And this is 16 times 6 is 96. And 6 times 2 is 12 over 3 is 4. And 96 and 4 is 100. Okay. In other words, 6, I'll write what I said, 6 times 16 equal 96, right? But I need 100. So if I multiply 6 times 2/3, 6 times 2 over 3, that's equal to 12 over 3, and that's equal to 4. And the 4 plus 96 is 100, right?
That one is long.
Yeah. But once you know the 1/6, that's one that you should know. 1/6 and then 2/6 will be 2 times that, right? So 16 and 2/3 is 6 times 16, 96, plus 6 times 2/3, which is 4, and you get 96 plus 4 equal 100. Okay. I think that's what on your chart. So once you know 1/6, then you know 2/6, 3/6, 4/6, 5/6.
so we went from
Question?
we went from decimals to percentage.
Yeah, we went from decimal percent and we went from
then from
fraction to percent. Okay. Now, any questions on decimals to percent and fractions to percent?
No, because then you send it to me and write them off.
Okay. Well, you'll get this session. Now, okay, I've got a word problem. Read it. Tell me how you would solve it.
Okay. On every sale she made, Maria earns a commission on the computer that she sells for $5.91. Maria earned a
Excuse me.
$43 commission. Find the percent commission, round to the nearest tenth of a percent.
Oops.
How would you solve it?
Okay. She said a computer for $591.
Okay, the computer sells for $5.91. She earns a $43
So
commission.
that means if I add the 43 on to the $591.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
First, you have to find the percentage that she made. Isn't that so?
You're trying to find the percent commission. That's what you're looking for, Maureen. You know the amount of the commission. You know what she made the commission on. That was the $5.91 on the computer. So how would you find the percent commission?
All right. 0.43 divided by 591.
Why 0.43?
It's just 43.
Mercedes, why 0.43?
You're going to turn, you can simply say 0.43 to.
Why are you
turn-
saying 0.43? Tell
I'm
me
changing-
why.
I'm changing the dollar into decimal.
Why are you changing it to a decimal? This
So I
is
can-
dollars and this is dollars.
Oh no. I'm trying to find out how much, what is the percentage you make.
So how would you find it?
I changing the to decimal, divide by decimal into the.
But why are
Okay.
you changing it to a decimal? You got dollars and dollars.
Okay, I think I was wrong. I think I'm gonna take away
Take away what?
the amount. No, she earned 43.
I would
No.
multiply the 591 by 43
Why?
to see how much commission she get.
But you know how much she gets, 43.
Yeah.
Do you understand commission?
She said the computer for $591, right?
Yes.
She earned like 43 more dollars, right?
I want to know what is the percentage.
Yeah,
What
you got the
percentage?
5%.
I want to know what percentage is $43. That's why I was doing that. It says rounded to 10, the nearest 10 of a percent.
591.
Five.
That's what commission is. The percent commission times the sales for the commission. So the sales for the commission is $591.
Yeah.
Her commission is 43. So if you substitute now what was given here, this would be the $43 equal. Okay, this would be the percent commission times the sales, and the sales is the price of the computer, the $591.
Yeah.
So now this is the equation. So how do I find percent commission?
By multiplying.
No, I want to, this is my unknown right here. So let me just write this and put a variable there. Okay. Now I'll call the percent commission P. So $43 is P, the percent commission times $591. So how do I solve this for P?
What is P price, right?
P is the percent commission. How do I solve this equation for P, Maureen?
By multiplying both sides by 43.
No, I want P by itself? Mercedes, how do I get P by itself?
Subtract on both sides.
Why would you subtract?
Because you want to know, first of all,
What is P?
how much
Percentage.
the percent out of five.
But in
one.
order to subtract, there's got to be an addition. This is a multiplication. What's the opposite of multiplication?
Division.
Division. So you want to divide
That's what I
Both
did.
sides
sides.
by 43.
No, by 591.
Or by 591.
Oh, to eliminate to get
You want
P.
just P left, right?
Yeah.
To divide both sides by 591. So this becomes, let's just put this here. P is the percent that we're looking for, right? So let's just put this here. Divide both sides by 591. Let's put here. And over on the right, we're going to divide by 591. Okay, let's put 591. 591. And over here, 591. Now, what do we get on the right side? I'll say
0.
no, we don't get 0.
1.
No.
The right side?
Yes.
Because you have to emulate those that.
Sidetrack.
591 divided by 591 is what?
1.
And P times 1 is what?
1.
No,
One
P
P.
times
1
1.
P.
Just
One
one
P.
P or P. So
Yeah.
now let me just put the P over here. I'm switching it over on the left side. So P equals the list 43 over 591. Okay.
So P equal 548.
43 over 591. Okay. Not this. Okay, so let's just move that 591. That's a division.
Mhm.
And this is the small p. All right. Now, when you divide that out, what do you get, Mercedes?
Divide. I thought it was subtraction.
Is that a subtraction there?
thought you
43
said-
divided by 591.
Oh, I thought you worked that done already.
No, we know there's no subtraction. This was a multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is division. So we divide both sides by 591. Now, what is this equal to?
0.
43 divided by 5,951 is like
0.0727
0.07.
and keep going.
Is 0.072758037.
So you
Keep
got
going.
0 point, and it said the
Zero.
nearest tenth, right? 0.0727.
27.
You
You have to stop there.
We can stop there. All right. Now, if we round that off to the nearest tenth, what would that be, Mercedes?
That would be 77.
The nearest tenth of a percent.
0.77.
That would be
Because you have to eliminate the 2 because 7 is more than 5.
No, it says
It is-
tenth.
So it's 1. So it's
The
1.
nearest tenth of a percent.
71.
would be $8.
No, tenth. Tenth is right
Oh,
here.
10. Oh, it 10 says there.
Yeah.
8.
So 0.07 rounds off to what nearest tenth?
8.
No,
9.
no. 0.07 rounds off to 0.1.
Where
Or
1?
10%. Because the 7 rounds up because it's greater than 5. And this place is a 0. So it rounds to the 1, 0.1 or
Oh.
10%.
That's why I
Oh.
say one when one. That's why I say one of the
It's
time.
0.1. It's not one. It's
One is 0.1.
0.1. That's right here.
Okay.
That's the 10th.
Yeah, because I'm saying 7 is more than 5.
So you round up to the next highest, and this is a 0. So that would be 0.1, 1/10, or 10%.
Because 0.1 is 10% or 10%.
Yes. Find the percent commission. So up here, you would put,
Okay.
let's see. We would put 10%. As our answer. Okay. So commission is what you make on the sales for the commission. And they told you the computer she sells for $5.91, she earned a $43 commission. So we want to know what percent that 43 was of that $5.91 that was the basis
That's what I
of
was
the
trying to
commission.
say. That's what I was trying to say, miss. But I maybe said it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Want to find out what percent is and say you get 10.
43 is of 591. What percent 43 is of 591?
91. That's what I was trying to
Okay.
say.
So
Trying
it's
to
no
start saying.
addition now. This is a multiplication. Right? Commission percent times the sales for the commission. And we were given that 591. We were given the amount of the commission. We defined what was the percent of the commission. Percent of the commission, amount of commission divided by the basis of the commission, which was the 591. Okay.
Oh.
Any questions on commission? Because you'll
No.
see a problem like this again.
Okay, I know.
Not always will you be looking for a percent. You may be looking for commission. You may be given a percent and say, what was the commission made? Okay.
Look at this one. It take too long to find it 10%, miss. Is there a shorter way?
No, the only way to find it is the amount of the commission divided by the basis of the commission. It's just a division.
Okay.
All right. Now let's go to number 3. I'll say this, read number 3, and then I want you to solve it. You too, Maureen.
Where is it? Deanna gave us to 8
Gave
people.
A's, letter A, grade A.
Okay, Diana gave A's to 8 people in her 30-person class. So that was 8 person got A's in her class of 30 people, right?
Okay, so
What
that was
percent?
given in the problem.
What percentage rounded to the nearest tenth of a percent of the class did not get A's? Okay.
So you're looking for the percentage of the class that did not get A's. If 8 people got A's, what percentage did not get A's? How would you solve it?
Divide 20 by 8.
Where are you getting 20 from?
I mean 30. Why did I see 20 and I see 30? Somebody who gamble by a number, you win money. Because I don't know where I see 20 from. I need to fix my glasses. And I
There are a
just
couple of ways you can solve it. How would you solve it? Maureen, how would you solve it?
8 person. First of all, sorry, go ahead.
I would say I do mine to I multiply 8 by 30 and I divide 8 by 30.
22.
But I could be wrong.
So what
What
would
is the
you
nearest
divide
10?
8 by 30? What does that give you?
Huh?
If you divide 8 by 30, what does that give you?
Give me 0.266 all down the road to 7.
So what does that represent?
26 people? No, 27 people. First, no, 7 people.
No, you get that 8 divided by 30 is a percentage.
Yeah,
So what does that percent represent?
this represent, let me see. The amount of people that didn't get the A's. No. This. The people in the class.
No, what does that represent, Mercedes?
What was the question again? Miss? Sorry.
She said she divided 8 by 30. That gave a percent. And I said, what does that percent represent?
Represent the amount of persons who got the A's.
That's right. That's the number of people that got the A's. All right. But what do you want to find, Maureen?
The nearest 10s.
No.
What are you looking for in this problem?
To see how much people they let's see.
Okay. Maureen, what did you get when you divide 8 by 30?
Yeah, by 30 get 0.2 and 2, 4, 6, 7, 6s and a 7.
Okay. So
1, 2,
2,
3, 4, 5,
6.
6.
Well, we can round that off to 7.
Right.
This was 6,
Right.
right?
Yeah,
So
right.
that represents
The amount of people
number.
that didn't get the class, that didn't get the A's.
No, that represents the number of people who got A's.
Or who got A's. Oh.
Right. Number in class who received A's.
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
So that's the number who received A's.
Mhm.
Now, Mercedes, how would you find the number that did not receive A's?
Numbers that did not receive A's. First of all, I was thinking that you take away the 8 from the 8 person from 31st, and see how much percent is the 22, which that's what left of 30. After you subtract 8 from 30, then you got 22. You try to find what percent is 22.
So what did you get when you divide 22 by 30?
Did I get when I divide 22 by 30? I got 0.73. A whole lot of threes.
Okay. And what does that represent?
That represents, I get a fraction 3/11/15, and that's ever converted to percentage again.
So what does this 0.733 represent?
11.15. That's a fraction.
No. 22 over 30, you got 0.733. Remember, we're talking percents now. So what does this represent for the class? The number in the class who did what?
Who did not get the A's?
Okay, who did not receive A's? Okay, so two ways. Once you got this number, you could have subtracted that from 100, right? And you would have gotten the same answer. So there are two ways you could do it. You could say 8 people got A's, 30 minus 8, 22 did not get A's. 22 over 30 is 0.733. As a percent, let's just put the percent here. As a percent, that would be 73.3%. That would be the answer, right? But you would have gotten that same answer. Maureen took 8 over 30, got the number who received A's. So she could say 100 minus 0.267, and that would be equal to 0.733.
733.
So
And then,
then that would have given you the same answer. So,
so
then,
Miss, so to get the decimal, to get the percentage, you remove the decimal point 2 place to the left.
no,
right?
no.
To the
Well,
right,
you
right,
could
the right,
move
the
it
right,
2 places to the right
the right.
and
To
then
get the
put the
percent.
percent sign. Right.
That's what I meant.
That's right. You get the decimal, move it 2 places to the right, same as multiplying by 100, and you
Yeah.
get the 73.3%. All right. So two ways. Notice they said did not get A's. So when Maureen did this 8 over 30, she got the percent. She said number in class who received A's, that 26.7% received A's. So if you subtract that from 100%, you get 73.3% did not receive A's. Mercedes says, well, let me take 8 from the 30, and I get 22 people of the 30 who did not get A's. Divide that by 30, 73.3. So you get the same answer whether you did it the first way or the second way. Any questions?
And can I see you really bringing me back?
Okay.
Yeah,
Just make
yeah.
sure you, when you read the problem, you read it, because sometimes they don't.
Because Miss, sorry.
Yes, go ahead.
Once when I do the 20, when I get the 20 or 30 and I get the answer 0.73, I wouldn't think of say, oh, move the decimal point to get my percentage. I would say, what should I do
Right.
next?
That's
No, I'm
it.
still good.
Yeah, because we went through going from decimal to percent. So you multiply by 100 or shift decimal point 2 places to the right. Okay. Any questions on number 3?
What I'm sure of practice become more custom.
That's right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. All right, we're gonna do one more problem. That was what, number 3? Okay, number 4. I'm not gonna say anything for number 4. I want you, let's see, let's go back up.
Oh boy.
Okay, all right, I want you to do number 4. Let me just put it here. Okay, read number 4, and I want you to tell me the answer.
Okay.
Okay, free frame. There are lots of topics.
I want you to read it and then tell me your answer.
Nice. All right.
So 8 1/4 of Bob. 8 1/3 of Bob.
On it.
Remember, to add fractions or subtract fractions, your denominators have to be the same. Remember that, right? Anybody has an answer?
One fourth he had, and Sarah had 1/3. So that would be like 1/3 and 1/4 is 7/12. Of the boxes, and Harry ate the rest.
How you doing, Mercedes?
1 sec, miss.
I get answer A, but I know if I'm right.
Mercedes, you have an answer?
I'm not sure. I'm doubtful of my answer, miss.
What did you get for your answer?
I have 6/12. I don't think it's right. I don't think I'm finished.
6/12 is not one of the answers.
I know. I realize that.
The
But
common
yes.
denominator was 12, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so convert 1/4 to 12 and 1/3 to 12. So when you did that, Mercedes, what did you get?
Convert. I say 4 and 12 is 3. Hold on, what did I wrong? Okay.
1/4 equal what over 12? 1/3 equal what over 12?
Miss, the answer A.
You said A. Maureen, you said what?
A.
What did they ask you to find?
What fraction of the box does Harry eat?
What did you give me when you gave me A?
I gave you that what was left.
7/12 represents what?
Oh no. What was left?
1/4 is how many 12ths, Mercedes?
1/4.
Equal how many 12ths? What number over 12?
That's 3/12.
That's right, 3/12. All right, 1/3 is what over 12?
4/12.
Okay, 4/12. Okay,
Please,
now when you added those together, what does that represent?
I guess 7/12.
And
Well,
what does that represent? I'm
it
sorry, 3 plus 4/12. And you got 7/12. What does that represent here?
should represent the, okay, it should represent the amount that was eaten then.
That's right. Fraction eaten
So A is wrong.
by Tom and Sarah.
I think I know
Right?
the answer.
So what's the answer?
D.
What is it?
D.
D, that's right. So the 7/12, Maureen, you gave me was what they ate, but 12/12 minus what they ate, and that's equal to 5/12, and that's what Harry ate.
From 12/5.
You see, that's why I said, look, that's why I
gave you,
underline. What fraction of the box does Harry eat? So what fraction he ate? That's 5/12. Answer D. Got it? Be very careful when you read these now. You and Mercedes gave me several over 12, but that's the total eaten by
Mm.
what? Sarah
because
and Tom.
after I gave, I said, no, it's 2 of them, it's 8. So can it be 7?
Well, as you talked about it, you
Yeah,
realized that
yeah,
that was what they ate. So what did Harry? He ate the leftovers.
Yes,
The
sir.
leftovers is the 12 over 12 whole minus
Yeah.
7 12.
Yeah.
All right. Be careful when you read the problems, okay?
Yes. Thank you, Miss Barbara.
All right. You did good today.
Thank you.
I'll be sending you your homework, and I think we'll probably start on our next topic. We will look at some setup problems and mean mode median type problems on Thursday. Okay. But I see you really understanding fractions, decimals, percents, and that's good. Okay.
I have to keep practicing, Miss.
Yes.
I want
You just keep practicing. But that's what it takes, right?